Hi everyone, it's Shelley with Wigs, Wisdom, and Real Life with Shelley. And today we're giving Miss Dolce and Dolce 23 a much needed spa day. Her pronouns are she and her, don't worry, I asked her. This is actually the wig I wore in my introduction video. I've been wearing this wig quite a bit lately, and between the Texas heat, everyday wear, and just life in general, she was definitely ready for a good wash. Before we get to the washing process, the first thing I always do is gently comb out the wig. I use the John Renault detangler to help me with this part. I spray this on her and gently shake her to kind of activate the detangler. Now, this is one of those things I learned after a little trial and error. What works best for me is starting down at the very ends and slowly working my way up. If I start at the top and pull all the way through the fibers, I'm putting unnecessary stress on the fibers, and that can end up causing more stretching and damage. And since Dolce and Dolce 23 is a heat-friendly synthetic wig made by Belle Tress, I'd like to be especially gentle. Heat-friendly fibers are wonderful because they look incredibly natural and feel like real hair, but they can stretch if they're handled too aggressively. So I take my time here. There's no rush. Think of it as preparing the wig for her spa day. And yes, I said spa day because if you've paid what I've paid for some of these wigs, they deserve a spa day. Now that Miss Dolce and Dolce 23 is all detangled, it's time for her bath. I wash my wigs in this Sterilite bowl that I picked up on Amazon. It's nothing fancy. We don't have an expensive wig washing station here. Just a bowl that works. One thing you'll learn about me is that I'm pretty practical. If something works, I use it. I start by adding a little wig shampoo to the bowl and then fill it with cool water. This isn't a bubble bath for us. This is a wig bath. Once everything's mixed together, I gently lower her into the water. And honestly, this may be my favorite part. Something about watching all that water soak through the fibers, well, it just makes me happy. Maybe I'm weird. Actually, don't answer that. Once she's submerged, I gently massage the fibers through the shampoo water. I pay extra attention to the lace front because that's where makeup, foundation, moisturizer, sweat, and basically evidence of my entire week likes to hang out. The lace is delicate though, so I'm very careful here. We're cleaning her. We're not wrestling her. I don't want to stretch the lace or, cause it to fray. I gently use my thumb and index finger to work the shampoo into the lace, and it removes all that buildup without damaging it. I also spend quite a bit of time washing the wig cap. The cap is sitting directly on your head all day, and if you've ever spent a Texas summer outside, you know exactly why I pay attention to this part. Can you say Sweat City? That's where sweat, oils, and daily buildup like to hide. Once everything's nice and clean, I let her soak for about 10 minutes. Everybody deserves a little time to relax, even wigs. And after her spa treatment, it's time to rinse. When I rinse, I always start at the top and work my way down. And if there's one thing I've learned from washing wigs over the years, it's this. When you think you're done rinsing, you're probably not. Rinse again. I usually spend about 5 minutes rinsing because the leftover shampoo can leave the fibers feeling dull and looking dull and feeling heavy. And taking a few extra minutes here really makes a huge difference. Once I'm satisfied that all the shampoo is gone, I empty the bowl and I refill it with fresh, cool water for conditioning. Now, here's something I discovered after trying it both ways. For me personally, I don't like putting conditioner directly on top of my wigs, on the top half. Every time I've done that, I felt like the fibers lost some of their body and volume, and Lord knows, I don't need anything helping my hair lie flatter. So instead, I mix the conditioner right into the water. That gives the top portion of the wig a nice conditioning treatment without weighing it down. And for the bottom half, especially those ends, I do apply conditioner directly, about that much. The ends are usually where wigs start showing their age first. Kind of like us, except we have concealer. I gently work the conditioner through the ends, and let everything sit for about 10 to 20 minutes. Working the conditioner through the bottom half of the wig, like from the nape of the neck down, is so important. That's the part that gets the most use because it's rubbing against your clothing and it just gets, really roughed up. Again, I spend about 5 minutes rinsing because I want every bit of conditioner removed. Now, here's something I didn't know when I first started wearing wigs. Heat-friendly synthetic fibers always want to return to the last style that they were heated into. It's almost like they have memory. So whether you've curled them or straightened them or had them professionally styled, those fibers remember where they're supposed to go. Also, I wanted to say, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. There are more great videos to come. Real-life coffee chats, wig reviews, wig care tips, and a wonderful community that we're building together. And if you have any wig care tips of your own, share those too in the comments or in the community section of my YouTube channel. We're all learning from each other here. Okay, it's time to towel dry. I lay the wig flat inside of a clean bath towel, fold the towel over, and gently squeeze. Notice I said squeeze, not rub, not scrub, gently squeezing only. We're trying to preserve the fibers, not punish them. And once I've removed most of the excess water, I take a few minutes to gently comb her out again. This is another one of those steps where I slow down and take my time. Again, starting at the very bottom of the fibers and working my way up in small sections. And since Dolce & Dolce 23 is a heat-friendly synthetic wig, I do not want to pull too hard or stretch those fibers while they're still damp. That's another reason I'm so gentle during this step. I want the fibers to stay healthy and keep the style they're meant to have. Trust me, after a certain age, both the wig and I need a little help getting back into shape in the morning. This helps her dry in a nicer shape and makes styling so much easier once she's completely dry. Now, once she's combed out, I place her on a wig hanger to air dry. I always air dry my wigs, always. There's, just something satisfying about seeing a freshly washed wig hanging up to dry. It's kind of like putting fresh sheets on the bed. Everything's clean, refreshed, and ready for a fresh start to the week. And here she is in all her glory, ready for another week of wear. I have to say, this is one of my favorite parts. Seeing a wig come back to life after a good wash is just so satisfying. I hope this video was helpful, especially if you're new to wigs or maybe nervous about washing one for the first time. I promise it gets much easier every time you do it. Sometimes I'll wash 4 or 5 wigs at one time. So if you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And thank you so much for spending a little time with me today. Until next time, take care of yourselves, take care of your wigs, and I'll see you in the next video.